In 2007 I was in Shanghai, and I started to think about what does the industry means, and what does indie means, and what does art in games means, and or is there art in games? Of course it's art in games. And I was there with Michael Liebe, and I was running around in Shanghai at the China Joy, and I was making interviews with the game developers, and but it was always industry-based, and you know, you meet the PR people and not the developers, and I tried to get the developers, but they're very busy or not available for small camera teams. And we were sitting there once at a party or something like that, and we just discussed what is, there must be something more about games, and that was the start. So we came back to Berlin, and then we had a meeting, and then we founded AMAZE, and it was 2008. First of all, it was not about indie games at all. It was really kind of trying to create something what has to do with art and games, to find out the conversions of art, games, and whatever, music, design, everything what normally in the normal life is going on. And we also wanted to not to work so much in the niche. We always wanted to be open to the public, and we want to discuss with other people what our thoughts are about games. And then I'm very much into the media art circle somehow, and I love the Ars Electronica. I love media art festivals worldwide, and I visit media art festivals, and there are a lot of media artists who are using game technology to express something what has to do with the media critical things, or even just to use the technology for purpose. And then we started to, I mean, it was not kind of a mission at all. It was just to bring people together somehow with the same interest, and also to bring people together in the way of what could be a game, how should be looking a game, or what could be different to the AAA titles. And do we need these big productions? Of course we need these big productions, because they are cool, but I mean, there are so many amazing games in the AAA industry. But I think you don't see really the game developer as a person, as an author or something like that. It's a big company. I mean, there are hundreds of people working on one title for about 4 years, and I'm more interested in the single person. And I think a game can be personal, and especially the game developers we show now at the AMAZE Indie Connect, they are really people who are using the medium or the technology to express themselves, their ideas, whatever they get inspired, or even they have something inside they want to show to the people, they want to tell the people, and to give them their world. They create worlds, and I make no difference between a game designer and a painter or a graffiti artist or somebody. You know, they are super creative, and they use their tools, and they know about their tools. And this is something I want to show, and I want to explain to the people. And and the goal of AMAZE is, I think, and the vision of AMAZE is really kind of to be open, not too close, not too narrow, not just thinking about games. It's really kind of bringing more people in with different ideas and perspectives, and bring them together. and also people who never played indie games or even kind of these weird games, small games. Most of the people don't have access to it, and this is the AMAZE Festival as well for that. People from the street who are normally playing AAA games, because you see everywhere the posters of the big games, but where are the small games, you know? And this is something what is kind of a mission of AMAZE, yeah. Maybe you can call it as a mission. We want to spread the indie games feeling, and I think that the medium games by himself or by itself is the medium of the 21st century, definitely. I love films, and I'm sure that films will last forever, like theater or opera or something like that, but games are the new medium. I don't like the idea of being an industry festival, and I don't want to be a business festival. It's really something where the people, the creators, the game developers, or even the artists and the authors can meet and start an exchange and show their work, even when there's just the first level, or even when they just started with the character, just get feedback, you know. And I like the scene because the scene is very diverse in a way, because they have a lot of different interests. So I think the AMAZE Festival has not to be a marketplace. It's really a place where people just tell their philosophy about how they create games and why they create games, and also to discuss visions. What will be next? What will be in the next 5 years? Nobody knows, but I think it's a very, very important thing to create platforms, or to create AMAZE as a platform where people really can just hang out, have a good time, and get some drinks at the bar, listening to some music, playing games, listening to talks, and go to workshops. But it's also, it's not kind of this square thinking, you know. You can absolutely freak out here. You also can make your business. Maybe some people coming here and VCs or whatever, and trying to find some cool games, but it's just happening. So it's not something what the AMAZE is about. It's really kind of about the games and about the people who are creating games. For me, it's because I'm not a game developer. I'm absolutely not so much in the scene. I know a lot about the scene. I know the people in the scene. But I think something like the AMAZE Festival you will not see anywhere else, because it comes from my brain, it comes from my heart, and I just like to create crazy things. And for me it's as well kind of playing a game, or playing my own game. Creating a festival is something like playing in my own world, my own visions, playing I don't know, I like games, and I like the idea of games, and because they're interactive, it's socially interactive, and for me the most important thing is really to get people from outside into the scene. And in my way, how I work on the festival is really something like it's research. And of course, there's a lot of stomach. You know, it's something like, okay, this can fit not. How the program is kind of scheduled. It's just it's just happening in a way. I mean, of course I have a plan and I have a vision, and everything is programmed, and it looks from outside, it looks everything super programmed, but in a way it's just a feeling. You know, how I like to have a festival, how I think that this can suit to the game developers, and also the festival should inspire game developers. And this is why I bring as well street artists into the festival. I bring musicians who probably have nothing to do with games. They present their stuff. I always bring weird performances to the festival, what maybe disgust people, but otherwise I think it's a good way. When people are getting annoyed about something, it's then they think about, and maybe they do a game about that. I don't know. I think the festival could be an inspiration by itself.